Scorpio, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do your major issue for May. We're going to see what's going on with you by pulling the majors for life, finance, and relationships. And then we're going to do a whole deck to clarify exactly what that means. And then we're going to do an oracle. I'm a little under the weather. I'm only going to do one because the flu's been running through my house. So let's see, what does Scorpio need to know for May? For life, finances, and relationships. Get some good ones here, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Alright. You know you want one more, don't you? Alright, a little cup. So for life, we have the Hierophant. For finances, we have the Universe, little bumblebee. And then we have Skyfather, which is the Emperor for relationships. So, you know, if you view the Hierophant as just overall, like, level-headed, doing things the right way, you know, really kind of leaning into that whole having structure, having balance and everything. With the finances, I feel like the Universe, you know, that's like a new phase kicking off because that's the world. So there is something that's starting off in the financial sector. So if you have, we'll pull a challenge on this and clarify as well, but there's something new kicking off there. I'll keep my mouth shut on that until I start pulling other cards because it can go either way. But with Skyfather, I think that's funny because I think of Sky Daddy, but the Emperor, that's also taking control. So with the Hierophant and the Emperor coming out, that's why I say you're taking control of the finances. Like, I feel like there's something that if you're phasing out your responsibility or you're making better decisions overall with stuff, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. So with the Hierophant, what's the challenge? Temperance. The challenge could be actually being patient and, you know, with yourself, with others, with the timing, and maintaining that balance. Because if it's been, you know, a long time coming and you're putting the work in and you're like, come on, it's almost like you're like, could the Wheel of Fortune card show up and just like whoosh this thing away, please? So the challenge on the Universe is justice. Look at all your scales. Okay. So justice is, you know, there could be something legal. I'm not saying it has to be legal, but there could be a legal element that, you know, you're waiting for something to be settled or get settled in some manner. And then that way you can kind of put an end to things. So with Skyfather, we have the Chariot. So I feel like you're, like I said, there's this balance of, literally with your scales here, of wanting to be in control and have it together and work on stuff, but at the same time there's that Chariot energy of like, let's do this. It's like, let's go. Yeah, but also with the Chariot, there's also balance with this too, because if you have, you know, a two-headed horse, well, who's doing the deciding on where you're going? So there is, you know, if you're feeling impulsive, you might not be controlling the reins, and then you're like, oh, what's going on? So there's an element of that, controlling that. Now we're going to do Tarot of Mystical Moments and pull on those. Actually, I'm going to hold it this way. So looking at life in general, we're going to pull. That's too many, honestly. But give me something. Come on, don't make me shuffle you. Don't make me shuffle. Thank you. We have 4 of Wands. There we go with the stability. The, you know, if you want to do the 11-11 wish thing, but, you know, if you're getting down to brass tacks, this is stability. This is like your home. You have 4 corners to build on now. What about your home? And home can be like, you know, just your overall stability. It doesn't have to be like your actual domicile. So 4 Wands. What are we talking about here for Scorpio? 7 of Swords. Yeah, there's that whole like justice thing. I feel like there is that element of like, there's just something that's not adding up. And, you know, the Hierophant with the doing stuff the right way, it's like you don't have time to not get all the pieces, for people to kind of half tell you stuff, to only, someone only half read the contract you were signing, or, changing terms of stuff. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I feel like there's a switch in terms, like something was presented one way, and then it's like, no, that's not what I said. And you're like, no, I heard you. Or better yet, you have it in writing. Receipts. Okay? So, Seven of Swords, what is that about there? Temperance again. It's that patience, that there could be potentially something that's being, like I said, sorted out. And it doesn't have to be officially legal, but there is something that kind of has to settle. And that can be annoying. Now, with the Temperance, after this thing here, you know what? We'll come back to that because I want to clarify these guys. But I feel like I'm on a trail. I feel like a detective. All right. So, universe and justice and finance. What can we say for that? You want the Wheel of Fortune card to show up and whoosh it away? Yeah. You kind of just are like, come on. Like, this has got to end soon, right? Whatever it is. All right, and these two. But with the Moon and the Six of Wands, you do get it. It does get settled. I'm just going to throw this out there, but the Moon, Cancer, so that's like July time. It might be that long. I don't usually try and do a lot of timing stuff, but this is, that's Cancer, and that's July-ish, end of June, July. So there will be stuff going your way. I just don't think it'll be as fast as you want. Now, relationships, what are we talking about? All right, give me something on relationships here. The Sun. Opportunity is coming in. So opportunities are presenting themselves. And that's where the Chariot might come in. You're like, ooh, this, ooh, that, ooh, shiny. Like, and you're just like, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then, Ten of Wands, you wind up kind of overcommitting. You kind of like overdo it a little bit. Remember how, like, who's driving? Is it that horse or is it you? You got to kind of get control of that Chariot before you go all cattywampus. Now, Ten of Wands, what can be expected there? Seven of Cups, yeah, decisions. And you're like, I don't know what I'll do. And then you have the Justice on top of that. So you do get to make decisions. There might be a little bit of like willy-nilly, but it's almost like fun willy-nilly. You're just like, I don't even know. And, you might need that as a distraction from this kind of business over here where you're just kind of in waiting mode a little bit. Now, I want to go back over here to Temperance. Like, what are we being patient about? Tell me what the patience is about. The patience is about, I feel like there's someone that's it's going to come out. Like, if there is anyone not doing what they're supposed to be doing, I hope to goodness it's not you, Scorpio. But with the sense of justice, I don't think it is. I'm a little biased, sorry, y'all. Someone's going to get, something's going to be left out. Something's going to be seen, something's going to be said, and then they're going to regret it. And they'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, no, you shouldn't have. So, I don't know if you're just waiting for somebody to screw up. I hate to put it that way, but like everything is moving in your favor. So it's like, why are you going to push it? Why would anyone push Scorpio at this point? Now I want to go over to this Moon here. What in particular? That's too many. Does Scorpio need to know about just kind of having faith here in this element? Six of Pentacles. Balance is coming. Because for me, this is like the low-key justice card, like the minor justice card. There is balance, but you do get a sense of where you're putting your energy, where your time, where your money, where all that is kind of moving here. Now, I do want one more on the relationship portion. One more on the relationship. The Hermit. I think, if you get put through the ringer and you have fun, I feel like, not necessarily put through the ringer, but you just like, you have your fun, but you're just like, I'm gonna go recharge. It's like nothing is permanent or like completely committed, because back here with the Hierophant, I feel like it's almost like you're committing to yourself. like you're the one making the commitments, you're the one calling the shots. And over here, it's just kind of fun, but you're like, I'm good. Yeah, it's like, no, I don't want to go out again. Or you just have so much knowledge of yourself with that emperor there where you're like, I know, I've seen this story before. And like, you know, if you get into the thick of something and you have your fun, you pull back and just decide that it's like, you know what, I need some me time. And you might stay in a relationship, but you might kind of like pump the brakes a little bit. Now, what's on the Hermit? What does Scorpio find out while they're hermiting, relationship-wise? The Emperor. So basically, full circle, you're still the Emperor. Yeah, it's like if anyone's not on the same page as you, you're like, that's cool. We're not even reading the same book, so I don't gotta worry about it. It's like I said, you just have fun. You know, commit to yourself. Commit to everything else around you. If anyone's playing a fool, they will be found out as one. So, I really wouldn't sweat that at all. Because, you know, universe, something's turning on you. You know, turning for you, not on you. But, you know, the time is going to, you know, sort it out. And that's where that temperance comes in, where it's like, oh my God, like move. So don't act hastily. Don't go too quick. Enjoy yourself. And just, you know, kind of sit it out and just watch. Watch who's doing what. And be like, I think it might be them. And then like a mystery. Like a detective. So now we're going to do the Oracle. This is the sci-fi Oracle. 1, 2, 3. All right. Give me a good cut. So we have the visit. Yeah, so I feel like, you know, we'll pull a couple more just to make sure here. Money. Yeah, money. So, enemy. This deck is very dramatic. But I feel like you are trying to, you know, the visit. You want to go a couple of places, do stuff, etc. The money, that's kind of like, money for me is more of like the means. Like, do you have the means to do stuff? And the enemy, the misfortune, I honestly think this is back here with the 5 of Cups. Merriment. Someone's acting a fool, and whoever is the one, like I said, that's going to do something stupid, misfortune, and you're going to be like, wah, wah. So money, what is back here? Message. Yeah, so this is like kind of the vehicle around it. So there's something, fidelity. Yeah, you're going to kind of figure out overall, like who's for, who's against, not necessarily against, but like who has your best interest. You know, because I hate pitting stuff against each other, but you're like, kind of like you in, you out. In the visit, what are we doing? The prison. I feel like if you're changing, other people don't like that. You know, and they want you to be like, stay, stay. You know, or if this is your past, space love. That's kind of like pie in the sky type thing. So if you've been thinking about something that's kind of like too much, or, you know, like you're expecting too much of people, like pie in the sky, lower the expectations. I hate to say that, but like if you really think like, wow, this person's great, but it turns out like they're kind of a trash panda, you know, I wouldn't be upset with yourself, you know, because sometimes people are just trash pandas. And that's kind of the way it is. So I think like you are going to find out overall like who's ride or die in this kind of time there. Now I know that sounds heavy, but like I said, I feel like this is the part of the show where you're going to find out like someone slips up, someone kind of like, and I don't read negative like that, but it just blatantly is like, wah, wah, is the sound I hear for that. Now, I normally don't do this, but I am going to pull real quick for a relationship because that was very dramatic, Scorpio. I usually try not to sell the sizzle, but all you got is sizzle. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Scorpio relationship. What can Scorpio know? Unexpected joy. There she is. Remember how I said like you're gonna just have fun with stuff? Sadness though. Remember how we go back into the hermit thing? And then widow. back into the hermit thing. Like, you're just like, bah, that was all right. But you'd rather, it's not quite it. It's not quite it yet. So just like I said, enjoy your money. Enjoy whatever phase this is going into, balance recognition you're getting, and just kind of maybe focus on the practical stuff here and the Hierophant and the doing stuff right and the whole commitment to yourself and your surroundings and your stuff that you're doing. So that's what we have for now, Scorpio, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.